Yes.
Okay,
Yes,
great.
we can.
Yeah, so this particular batch should have started last month, but we had series of delays and hiccups because of a few changes on the TUT side. We were using an old platform for marketing the course through the Swane Institute for Continuing Education, and TUT made a few changes, migrating from one platform to the other. And as a result of that, there were a bit of difficulties for the people who were in the admin side and the marketing side catching up with some of these changes in terms of the marketing, in terms of producing invoices for people who wanted to register and make payment, in terms of a whole lot of logistics and stuff. And because of that, it affected quite a number of people who wanted to register, but the admin people couldn't generate invoices for them to make payment because the invoicing system has not been migrated to the new site. So that was a bit of a difficulty. There were even people I had to remove from the WhatsApp group this morning because they had not finalized issues around payments. But having said that, I just thought that at least one of you here registered since last month, and then the course was postponed. I didn't think it is fair to try to postpone the course any longer. So I thought even if it's just one or two people, we will go ahead and then we'll see how it goes. But anyway, welcome. My name is Tim Anton Okai. I am the training coordinator for this short learning program, and I am also the clinical engineering cluster group leader for um, at TUT, and I'm responsible for the entire clinical engineering program running at TUT. And normally, when we have the introductory session of the course like this, we do invite some of the um, facilitators and some of the admin staff that you've been interacting with regards to payments, with regards to registrations and phone calls, emails, and all that. But because of all of the delays and the hiccups and all that, I thought no, there's no need for all of those formalities. Let's just get into the course, get the participants introduced, and get them started. When we do the closing session at the end of the course, we can invite whoever to come and join. So for now, let's do introductions. If you don't mind, put on your camera, just introduce yourself, tell us your name, where you're from, a bit of your background, and why you have chosen to register for this clinical engineering maintenance short learning program. So who would like to start? Wisile, would you like to start?
Uh, I can start,
Okay,
Mr.
okay, go ahead.
Uh, yes. Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Lusanda Q. Originally, I'm from the Eastern Cape, but I reside in Centurion due to work. I work with a company called Unico Holdings, which supplies medical devices in the public health sector and other medical consumables. So I studied electrical engineering, national diploma in Walter Sisulu University. Uh, I came to know about clinical engineering when we were doing our work integrated learning in resolution cycle. That's whereby they said if anyone is interested into going to NetCare and do their practical and even get opportunities to be enrolled in their internship programs. And then that's whereby I was interested in the clinical side of engineering. So I did my 6 months there. Unfortunately, the internship didn't end according to the date that was stipulated. So that's why I was like, okay, let me just try and then build myself when it comes to clinical programs, clinical devices. Since my background is electrical engineering, electronics to be precise. So that's why I said, let me just do this course so that I can broaden my knowledge when it comes to medical equipment. Basically, that's me.
Okay, thanks for that introduction. And that was quite detailed and good to know your background in electrical engineering, electronics to be specific. And I think this is a good course for those who are transitioning from other fields of light current to the clinical engineering field because it provides you with the required background knowledge, theoretical framework to make that transitioning smooth. So, having said that, let's go to the next participant. Recently, you can unmute yourself and put on your camera if you don't mind, and just introduce yourself. Recently, are you with us? Okay, I don't see any movement from Vuisi. It looks like he's dropped from the call. I wonder why. Or maybe he's trying to log out and log in again to fix his connection issues. Okay, while we wait for Vuisile to join us again, I think we'll just make smooth progress. Usually, we were supposed to have started this course on this introductory session on Friday of last week. And normally we start on a Friday, and then we give participants the opportunity to go through the introductory part of the training material um, over the weekend so that on Monday, when we connect like this, they would have sorted out connection issues, login issues, and they would have started with the online introductory session, which is the very first activity in this course. But we are starting today nonetheless, so it's also good. So let's get going. So whenever Vuisile comes, we will ask him to introduce himself. Okay, now we this course is offered on a platform that we call My Tutor. My Tutor is an online platform used by the Swan University of Technology for online access of course material for students. And that's the platform we're going to be using for this training. I will introduce you just now to that platform. And we are going to arrange for you to have your login details, which are not ready yet. However, you will be given the temporary login that you will use to access the training material until you get your personal login details. So at the end of this session, which is going to last for about 30 minutes or so, I will try to WhatsApp you your login details that you will use to log into my tutor so you can access the training session. Before that, I want to share with you now the training program for the course. So let me share screen and share with you the program so that you see what the program looks like. I've also sent the program through WhatsApp so that no, this is not the one. Let's see. Is this the same one? Okay, give me a moment. Let me open it again. Yeah, so I also shared it through WhatsApp, so you have it on your WhatsApp. Oh, this is the program, although there's a mistake I should correct at the top here, but this is the program. Okay, this is it. So it was supposed to start on Friday with the introduction we're doing right now, and then we introduced the course and the online platform and the testing of internet and login issues for those who struggle with login. We assist them with the login, but we're still going to do that on an ongoing basis. So one thing we want to point out, we'll be having um, live sessions like this once a week on Monday mornings, 9 o'clock to 9:30. Today happens to be an exception, but Monday mornings um, from 9 to 9:30 on MS Teams, we'll be meeting like this. Okay. Um, During those times, we will review what you've done the week before and introduce what needs to be done for the week ahead. If there are any questions, any challenges, we use those times to address those issues. So if you look at the program, there is an activity that you're going to be doing at the end of this session, activity 0.1, and that activity is like a self-introduction. So if I go to the online platform, let me open it, and I go to the introductory session. Okay, I will just put it here exactly the way you will see it on your side. View as student. Um, okay, and then I go to content. Okay, then we go to module welcome and introduction. Then we scroll. The first thing you see there is a welcome and introductory video, which you can watch and listen to. When you press play, it's a short 3.5 minutes video. Then at the end of that, it will take you through, you will see the program, okay? The program for the training, which is the same one I was showing on the screen. Then you will see the module outcome assessment criteria, and then you will see the facilitators. The facilitators are introduced, and you also have contact details for the facilitators. And after the introduction to the facilitators, prescribed and recommended reading, and then you click the navigation button at the top, it talks about assessments, and then following that, you will have a detailed study guide, which I suggest you download so you can have a copy. It's downloadable. If you click on the download button here, you can print it as well. And after that, if you click again, then it should take you to, like, if you want to connect on MS Teams, you will always find a live session here. Say, click this live session link to attend. It is the same link that we sent to you on WhatsApp that you're using to connect now, but you have it online as well in the introductory session as well as in the home page. And then following that, this is the self-introduction activity 0.1 that I was talking about. If you click on the link here, it will take you to Google Doc on the net, Google Documents. And there you will see some of the past participants of this training. Not all of them, but some of them, where they introduce themselves. You will even see their photos, what they look like. So you will also need to introduce yourself. You write your name, your surname, the company or organization where you're from, your hobbies, and then you put a photo. So you can see some of them there with their photos and the short bio profile. So what you do, you come to the very end, right at the bottom. Um, and please don't delete anything. This thing saves automatically, so you don't need to, it automatically saves, so you don't need to, so Control Z. Okay. If you make any mistake, you delete anything by mistake, you just do Control Z, it will undo the deletion you've made. So please try not to delete anything that you haven't created. Okay. I'm going to create space at the bottom where you can do your own self-introduction. Okay, I'm trying to fix this now, but this is not the best time. We will do all that later. Okay, we'll do that later. Okay, but this is where you will do it. There will be a space at the bottom here where you just come and click, and then you can add your details. Let's see if we can do that at the moment. No, I'll do that later. Okay, but that's the self-introduction activity that I'm talking about. Then if we go back to the program, the training program, okay, so that's the training program. You will see the start date, the end date, the name of the unit, the description, session duration, the presenter. So today is Monday. You should be doing like for Monday and Tuesday. Monday, Tuesday, it starts on Monday, ends on Tuesday. You'll be doing unit 1, and I'll take you there shortly. So that's for 2 days. And the other thing you will see, a brief introduction to or explanation of what that unit is about. And if there is an assignment or an activity within that unit, you will see it as well. So in unit 1, there is activity 1.1. It's an assignment and it's a graded assignment. Graded assignment means it counts towards your final mark. So it's a compulsory assignment and it counts towards your final mark. I will show you where to find the activities and the assignments. And then if you go to Wednesday and Thursday, that's for 2 days also, you'll be doing unit 2 on safety and hazard management. It gives you a brief introduction. Then it tells you, so this is the theoretical part. So it has both theory and it also has practical content. I will show you where to find the practical content. So you will see Unit 2 has a practical content on electrical safety testing and use of electrical safety analyzer. And at the end of that, you have an activity, activity 2.0, which is a graded activity. Okay. Then that's for Wednesday and Thursday. Then on Friday, you have unit 3, which is preventive maintenance. So this only has a theoretical content. There is no practical component. There is no activity or assignment. But if you go to Monday, 2nd of June, corrective maintenance management, it has a theoretical content, but there's also a practical content, which you see here, activity 4.1. No, sorry. No, that's not a practical. It's an assignment, activity 4.1, right? So you make sure you do that activity. And then Tuesday, Unit 5 is only theory. There's no practical, there's no activity. Wednesday, Unit 6 is on communication. So you have the theory, and there are videos there to go with it. But you have activity 6.1, 6.2, 6.3. So there are 3 activities, and they are all graded activities. So this unit on communication has a theory, then there are activities, there's no practical, but there are 3 graded activities. Thursday, the 5th of June, electrocardiogram and ECG systems. It has theory, it has practical content, there are no activities. And then Friday, the 6th of June, is free. So go down the list. That is how this program is. You will see the theory content, practical content, activity, and so on and so forth. So that's how the program is. So download the program, go through carefully, and then you will see which contents have got, all of them have got theory, but you will note which ones have got practicals and which ones have got assignments or activities. Now, let me go back to the learning management system. And the learning management system is what we call in TUT, we call it My Tutor. So My Tutor is the platform where the course is being offered. So I'm going to take you back to that course and take you back to My Tutor. I will open it so that we can go through together and try to see how to navigate. Okay. So let me share screen once again. And please, if you have any questions as we go along, you can stop me by raising your hand or you just unmute your mic and speak. And then I will pause and try to attend to you. Yes. You have a question?
Sorry. I didn't. I'm unmute myself. I do have a
Okay.
question when it comes
Yeah.
to the sessions. I
Yes.
was looking at the timetable.
Yes.
So there is on that column when it says 3 hours, 2 hours.
Yes.
So is that time for attending, or maybe is that
No,
time that
it's not for attending. It's just an estimate of how much time it will take you to do the theory, the practical, and maybe the assignments. But you will walk through at your own pace, right? So you'll walk
oh,
through during the day at your own pace. You want to do it after hours. Let's say you're working in the morning hours. You want to start, come to the content after hours, is up to you. But you walk through the material. There are pre-recorded material. There are PowerPoints. There are videos. There are online links. You walk through the material at your own pace. But that's just an estimate. Not of the time we are going to spend face to face like this online, but the time you will need to walk through the material and do the assignments on your own.
okay. And then the last question. Uh, you said on Mondays from 9 o'clock until
Half
half
past
past
nine.
nine.
Yes.
It's compulsory.
Yes.
Okay.
So those are compulsory briefings, except if you have a strong reason not to be present. And then in which case we will try to record the session and make the recording available. But that's the time when we come online. You're face to face with me like this. We talk, we interact, we go through what has happened the previous week and where you had difficulties. If you have questions, that's a good time to ask. And then we review activities that need to be done for the coming week, including assignments, assessments, quizzes, and all of that. Then you get to ask questions and we assist you where possible. And then we leave you to walk through the rest of the material for the rest of the week. But there is in this WhatsApp group, if you ever have any difficulties, challenges, 24/7, you can always reach me on the WhatsApp group either by posting a message or a voice note or whatever. And I will do my best as soon as possible to come back to you to answer your question. So I will always be available on WhatsApp to assist with any questions or queries you may have. But on Mondays, we'll come online like this from 9 to half past 9. But if it so happens that you are pressed at work, you let us know on time and then we can make another plan. But the session will be recorded for those who, for some reason, are not able to attend. We'll send the link so that at their convenience they can access the link and watch the briefing for the Monday mornings.
Okay. That sounds fair. That sounds fair. You can also maybe do one-on-one sessions. If maybe it happens, I couldn't attend the Monday sessions. Is that possible?
Well, because it will be recorded, there will be no need for a one-on-one session. We will
Okay.
post the link so you can access the recording. Then if you have any questions, you can revert to the WhatsApp group, ask your questions, and I will engage with you through the WhatsApp.
Okay. Sounds fair. Okay. Yeah. I don't have any other questions from.
Okay. So let's go back to my tutor. So this is how I see it from my side. And you will see it different. Well, no, this is how you will see it from your side also. So if you look here on the home page, there are different icons you can click. The program is also there on the home page. You will see upcoming events and due dates for each day, what needs to be done, what needs to be completed. You will see all the upcoming events, right? And the due dates. You will also see the link to connect you to MS Teams for Monday morning live sessions. The link is there on the homepage. So if you go to the content area, this is the area you will be engaging with mostly. But before we get to the content area, where we have assignments, can access them through the content area or through these assignment tabs. So you will see all the assignments there. Activity 0.1, if you click there, it will take you there. Assignment 1.1, ethics, you will see the due dates, etc., etc. Then all of the assignments, you will find them here. Then if you go to discussion, there's nothing much there to be done. The only other place will be quizzes. So if you go to quizzes, all the quizzes are like your tests. They will be available. When we make them available, you'll see them here. And then if you want to see your progress in terms of the grades that you obtain, if you go to grades, once the activities have been graded, this is where you will see your grades and monitor your progress for each graded activity. Okay. So what usually happens, the way we will release the content, if I click on the content area, not all contents will be available at the same time. For instance, the contents for today will be available. You'll be able to access today's content. So if you go to the content area, again, if you look here, you will see the learning content. This is where you have all the theoretical content. And then if you go to practical content, so all the practical material, the recorded videos, you will find them here under practical. So right now they are not available because they have not been released. So what we do is, like for today and tomorrow, Monday and Tuesday, we will release the material for Monday and Tuesday under learning content. You may not see the material for the rest of the week. But as you progress, like if you go to on Thursday, you will see the material for Thursday, and then on Friday, you will see the material for Friday. So this is now the material for okay, assignments. Okay, let me just change this view so that I can show you quickly from my side. Okay, so if I go to content, so under module welcome and introduction, you will see all of these contents there. And then the content for today is on ethics. If I click on it, there is the content and there's the assignment. So if I click on the material itself, let's see. And if for some reason you have any difficulty opening or accessing any of the material, just send a message on the WhatsApp, then I will quickly go online and check why the material is not opening. So maybe we need to check the dates of the availability, etc., etc. Okay, so this is the content on ethics. You see there are different navigation buttons here at the bottom. If I want to make this larger, I just click here. It will be expanded on the screen. If I want to go to the next page, I can just click here at the bottom. And here it says, watch this short video. If you click on the video will start
Want
playing.
vitamins, fiber, and energy?
It's a YouTube
Kellogg's Cocoa
video.
Pops. Power
You can
breakfast.
skip the adverts
Hello
and then
everyone,
go
and
straight to the
welcome.
video. You can even expand the video
In this
itself.
video, we're going to talk about
And
ethics,
once you're
what it
done
is, and why
watching
it
the video,
exists.
you go to the
Let's get
next
started.
content. You see the objectives and then the introduction. and you keep navigating, and then it takes you through until you finish. So if you want to exit here, you press your escape button on the keyboard, or you collapse this over here, and then you can always rewind and fast forward. If you want to get out of this space, you click here, and then it takes you back to the activity. Okay. Now, if I want to go to this is the assignment here. So at the end of the activity, you do assignment 1.1. It's downloadable. You download, and it will give you the option of where you can upload it. The next one is on safety and hazard management. So there are different videos there that you can watch, and there's the PowerPoint content as well that you can download. Okay, so before that, I give you a summary of the first week and what has been done, and then an overview of what needs to be done for the coming week. And then there is the video of understanding electrical hazards. That's about 6.5 minutes. So if I click play, the video will start playing. You can adjust the volume, you can fast forward,
Understanding
you can pause,
electrical hazards.
you can rewind, or you can make it larger to fill up
The
the
improper
screen.
use of a device as a result of inadequate training and lack of experience has led to 10,000 medical device-related patient injuries
and then
each
after
year.
that, there is
In this
the
video,
text
we cover the
version
possible
in
electrical
PowerPoint,
hazards, how they can
and
affect
there
the
is
human
a second video on understanding safety hazards, which you can play as well. So when you're done with that content, let you go to the next one and the next one and the next one using the navigation buttons. In the practical side, let me just go down to practical content. If we start with, say, electrical safety analyzer, and we play the first video there, Mr. Alan Whiteford will introduce himself and introduce the Rigel 288 electrical safety analyzer.
Hello everybody, and welcome to a presentation on
shocks. Okay, so he'll walk you through step by step so that you know how this device is used. We have others there. Then when we go to, say, Unit 7 on the ECG introduction, so you have an introductory video, you have a video on ECG simulator, and ECG electrical safety testing, etc., etc. If you go to Unit 10, you will see the videos on patient monitoring. So by Tricia Swanepoel, she'll take you through the introduction, connecting to the patient simulator, introduction to the patient simulator, and how to test your patient monitor, etc., etc. So this is how the practicals are organized with real equipment, and they walk you through step by step.
I am a clinical engineer by trade. I also work for Respiratory Care Africa.
Okay. So that's the learning management system, which we call My Tutor. So all the contents are there. We release the contents as per the timetable. So every content you're supposed to have for each day, we release it maybe the night before, so that when you wake up in the morning, the following day, the content available and accessible. Okay. Any questions further at this point?
Okay. So just
so
outside of
yes.
So just outside of what you have mentioned related to the car. So how many are we? Are we only 2, or maybe there's still others coming?
Yes, for now, only 2 have registered and paid. I had to remove 2 other people who should have joined, but they haven't paid as yet. They're still having issues with the invoice. There are others also who wanted to make payment, but because we couldn't generate the invoice, so that affected them, and they cannot start the course without completing the issue of payment. So that's why we had to remove them. So for now, it's only the 2 of you. because I didn't want to postpone the course anymore. I think it was the other guy who paid already since last month, when we were supposed to have it on the 25th of April. So you can see it's already a month. So we didn't want to delay him any further. So that's why we said we have to do it, even if it's just one or two people. So for now, it's just the two of you.
Okay.
Yeah.
That sounds good.
Okay. Now, the other thing I would like to mention about the assignments. There are due dates for the assignments, and usually the assignments are due 1 week from the day they were released. So if you have an assignment, let's say released today, Monday, by Sunday of this week, you should have done the assignment. If you don't do the assignment, it will close and you will lose the mark. So you have to do the assignment and complete before the due date. If for any reason you need an extension of a day or two so that you can finish, maybe you were pressed at work and you were so tight you couldn't get to do the assignments and you need an extension for a day or two, let me know by WhatsApp before the due date, not when the thing has closed, then you start asking for extension. Ask us before it closes so we can give you a day or two extension to complete the assignment. Okay, so that provision is available for a short extension with good reason, of course. Right. Yeah. So I must say that, okay, the pass rate for this course, well, initially we pegged it at 75%, but then we dropped it a little bit. But I want to say that nobody has failed this course as yet since we started. So that's good news. The activities and the tests and the assignments are done in such a way, continuous assessment in such a way that as long as you do the assignments, you do the quizzes, you do the activities, there's no reason to fail. So even if you don't do well in one module, you will always do excellently well in other modules to make up for the shortfall in the module where you've not done very well. So that really helps, and no one has failed this course so far. In fact, most people get distinctions. So it's a continuous assessment model, but there is an online assessment, I think, towards the end of the course, where you do an online assessment based on everything you've been learning so far. But it's going to be done online, and multiple choice, true or false, or matching answer questions, or short answer questions. So it's a mixture of different format of questions: multiple choice, short answer questions, matching questions, true or false. So it's a mixture. Yeah. So just so you know. So yeah. So I think that's it about all that I want to explain so far for now. But if you have any question on an ongoing basis, always use the WhatsApp and ask a question, and I will do my best to respond as soon as possible. Okay, so once we log out now, I will send to you by WhatsApp a link that you will use to log into my tutor. And with that link, I will send you a temporary username and password. IT have not issued your username and password as yet, but I will give you a username and password that you can use to access my tutor so you can get started. But do not post any assignment yet until you get your own username and password, so that you can post it on your profile when you get your login, your own personal login details. Okay. Great. So anything else you would like to know or for me to explain before we log out for now? Are you happy so far? Yes.
Not as yet. Not as yet. I'm still happy with what you have shared with me. So yeah, maybe as the time goes on, maybe I will have some questions that I would like to be addressed on. So as far as I'm concerned, I'm still satisfied now.
Sure.
I'm gonna wait for those logins details, and then I can start with the course.
Okay. So we'll end it here. Log out, and then I will send you on WhatsApp the link and the login details. So use the login details to access the course until we give you your permanent login details, which you can now use to log in and start posting your assignments. Okay. But remember, there are 2 activities that you need to do between now. Say the first activity you need to do between now and this weekend. Activity 0.1, which is a self-introduction on Google Doc, and then activity 1.1 on ethics. So after you've gone through the content on ethics, at the end of it, you will see activity 1.1, which you will need to download. And then it's a Word document. You download the document, you follow the instructions, you complete the assignment, you save it in the format recommended within the document, and then you upload it on MyTutor. Okay. Great. So let me stop the recording, and then we can call it a day for now.
Okay. Thank you very much.
Great. Have a nice